and start to do something that you love, because that is where you're going to be inspired. If you're doing something for security and safety, that is never going to come for you. Security and safety is a byproduct of doing what you're doing. So, it's like, all right, okay, I can't do this job, or I can't do whatever. And it's like, because then I'll not be secure. And then it's like, but the thing is, you're not secure anyway, because you're constantly worrying. Open your heart, open your mind, and get on that open road and see what is there to explore. Exploration is key within this Sagittarius moon. So I hope this makes sense to you. Sorry, I'm getting like really, really, my energy is really high today. It has been over the weekend, and I just keep getting these little like steroid shots. of enthusiasm. That's it. Be enthusiastic. This is the Sagittarius moon. This is what it is trying to teach us. So did that make sense to anybody? I'm all hot and bothered already, and I haven't even started yet. So you give such positive vibes. Thank you. It does make total sense. Everything you've shared resonates with me. Great, great. You see, this is it. We're all on the same groove, man, and this is it. Life is meant to be groovy. The hippies were right. And I'm living in a very hippie community. Like, there's loads of old hippies here, and I just love them. They're interesting people. They're inspiring, and the stories that they have are fantastic. One of my dear friends, I just found out her story the other day, and for 2 years she traveled around Europe with a busking company as a fire dancer. I was like, really? And you didn't tell me that shit? It was amazing. So that then sparked, listening to her story, sparked something within me, and sparked an idea that I creatively want to pursue. And then, like I say, other things are coming in, and it's kind of like, right, okay, this is interesting, so it's almost taken all this stuff. Some people might think this is like forbidden fruit. It's almost, that's what I'm seeing there. But that fruit tastes so good, so do you want to rob yourself of it just because other people might say that, oh, that's not how you do it, It's no, take that sweetness when you can. Life is trying to give us it so many times, and we hold it off. It's like, no, not today. I don't want happiness. It's like, fuck yeah, I want happiness, and I'm going to take every opportunity to get it. So this is Sagittarius, okay? This is it. Right. Engaged to a rock star for years. You don't want that. I don't want what? I don't want what? I cannot see what else you wrote before that. What's the name of the crystal that you wear around your neck, the multicolored one? It's not actually multicolored, this one. It's Aura Verde, which is green gold. And it's a part of the quartz family, I think. I think it's a green quartz, but it's very special to me. A dear friend of mine bought me this. It's for protection, and it's beautiful, and I've snapped it, so I've only just got it put back on, and it feels it's back where it rightfully should be. So yeah, you want happiness too. It's our birthright, it's not it's not something that we should think, oh yeah, that only happens to some people. It's our birthright to be happy, and it's our birthright to share as well. I think it was in, what was it? It was Into the Wild, the movie, wasn't it? When he said one of the realizations that he came to was happiness is only real when it's shared. And, this is why a lot of people have addictions and things like that. And they've just found out that addiction isn't really that much to do with the genetics, although it is. Okay, so don't jump on me with that, because a lot of people do. But it's also the lack of connection. Okay. And this is it. We are living in a world now where everybody is connected, but they're connected via Wi-Fi and all of this. And we're losing our connection to each other. We're getting disconnected with connection. So it's trying to not have that technical connection too much, although it is massively beneficial, because now people from all over the world can connect. But it isn't through a box. It's in real time. Find that connection with other beings. Find your tribe, kind of thing. When you find your tribe, you feel supported, you feel inspired, and you feel loved as well. So, this is what we need to do. And now your tribe is calling. You know, I've got that little tattoo on my finger. It really needs redoing. It's because when I drive, it rubs against it. But it's the red string of fate. And in Japanese folklore, they say that before we're put on this earth, the gods tie an invisible red thread around all the little fingers of all of the souls who are meant to meet in this life. And it doesn't matter where they are in the world, at the right time, that thread will kind of draw them in, you know, and that's been happening so much, especially this week for me, you know. So it was just a little reminder to give gratitude, because they used to say, didn't they, to remember something, you tied a piece of string around your little finger. So every time I look at it, it's like, yeah, right, okay, thank you for my connections. So yeah, so that's where we're at. So I'll just say what people are saying, and then I will, which cards do I use today? Right, okay, I'm going to give you the choice. So we have, which ones do you want me to use? There you go. These ones are these ones. Bear in mind, this is my left and this is my right. So which ones would you prefer? Just take the leap, take on it. Start your business yourself. Take the leap. You know, the only way you're guaranteed to fail in it is if you don't do it. You know, that's the only way you're guaranteed to fail. In one of those posts, you spoke of those you admire and the love you want in many iconic rock stars. No, it wasn't the love that I want within them. It's I admire these people, okay? And my father is a musician. I was a photographer for years, and I worked with musicians. Most of my friends are rock stars, and some of them pretty well known. And I see it. And yeah, I see the craziness that comes with that, but I also see the creation, you know. So if you want a life that's linear, then yeah, don't go in with a rock star or an artist or a mystic or something like that, you know. But to me, a linear life that goes like that, if we go in a hospital bed, that is when we are flatlining. Okay, if you go to see somebody in hospital, you want to see that beep, 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 and it's up and down and up and down. And that is what life is. You know, you take the highs and the lows. We cannot have the highs without the lows. Every time we hit the bottom, we get some sort of information or some sort of knowledge given to us, ancient knowledge, that then allows us to have the highs. If we were just given everything we wanted straight away, there would be no pleasure in that. You know, so it's like I say, they say, take the highs with the lows, and that is life. And I've had many, many lows, but I've also had many, many highs. There's been a lot of rain in my life, but there's been a hell of a lot more rainbows, you know. So like I say, it's not, you know, I don't aspire to be with a rock star, you know, not at all. But these are the people that they ignite something in me, you know. I see it when I used to photograph, and seeing them on stage, seeing the energy. I read auras as well, seeing the energy, seeing that pure passion that came out, you know, that really, really does it for me, you know. And it's like I say, not in a romantic sense, although sometimes, yeah, that works. But, you know, it's seeing somebody who was prepared to, you know, put their passions above all else. And yes, there's destruction comes with that, but most of the time it's because they don't feel worthy of what they're getting. Okay, you know, they don't feel worthy of it, because that is another thing, you know. A lot of artists are tortured souls. So I hope that makes sense, right? Okay, I love people with depth. Yeah, that's it, you know. So, right, did anybody say which cards they wanted? Left, right. Right, okay. Oh, wow, it is so warm here, and I can't open the door, because if I open the door, the dogs will come in. I've got Hendrix is asleep there, but the other two, they just jump on me whenever I come. I open the door. Right, okay. Right, I'm going to shut my eyes, and I don't know which one's which. I'm just putting them all over, and then I'm going to pick one. Right, okay, these ones, right, okay, these are quite new cards, these as well. So what I'm going to do now, I hope that made sense about about the Sagittarius moon, and I hope that made sense. Make love as well there, you know, about the passion and the stuff like that. You know, I know it's not for everybody, you know, but then I'm not for everybody neither, you know. So some people love me, some people hate me, but I would much rather be hated for who I am than loved for who I'm not, in exactly the same way Kurt Cobain said, you know. So yeah, that's it. So yeah, and I feel there's a lot, they've just said there, sorry, I feel there's a lot coming up about parenting as well. And it's also, again, with these old stories, thank your parents for getting you here, okay? They were kind of the vessel that you traveled here. Whatever they'd done after that might not have been good, but you're here because of them. So there's got to be a bit gratitude and a bit forgiveness with that, and that will set you free to go forward. And it will also help to heal old ancestral wounds as well. Because when we're doing the work, we're not just healing us, we're healing those that came before us, and those that are going to come after us as well, you know. So excuse me, we have a responsibility, you know. This is it. It's not whether we want to do it or not, it's our responsibility to do it. Okay, so right, who am I going to start with? Sagittarius. I'll start with Sag because it's the moon, but you'll have to keep me right, because when I don't start from Aries, I always forget the what do you call it? Yeah, I always forget the sequence. That's it. That was the word, sequence. Right. Hey, good morning, Pam. Right, okay. So this is for Sagittarius, okay? So what is this full moon coming in for you, okay? What maybe, I'm going to ask, what should you embrace and what your challenge is going to be, okay? What you need to let go of, what you need to embrace, and what you need to let go of, okay? So that's good. And then we're getting like clear messages with this. I feel like I want to start all over again. Brand new friends, new place to live, not pleasing people, but doing what's right for me. That worked for me, sister. It really, really did. Really did. Go for it. Right, okay, so Sagittarius, what do you need to embrace? And what will be your challenge? Right, okay. Right. This is a tough one for you, Sagittarius, but obviously, you know, it's your moon. So what this is saying here is what you need to embrace over this full moon is your pain. Okay, you really need to dig deep. You need to your heartbreak, old heartbreak. Okay, old heartbreak. This is. I don't feel it's just new. It's your old pain, which what they're saying is still it's still relevant in what is playing out within your life currently as well, okay? And they're saying here that what you've been struggling, I feel, okay? But it's almost like we need to realize that pain is a part of life. Suffering is a choice, okay? And it's almost like you are at the end of that tunnel. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and if this moon could work massively for you to really catapult you into this place that you have wanted to be in for so long, pain-free, and in a place where you are experiencing pleasure. But what they're saying here, your challenge is, which is quite interesting, is that you have built up a thought pattern and a belief to say, right, okay, I've been hurt, I've had this pain is still there, I'm not addressing it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to completely put my guards up, and I'm going to be hard, and then nothing else can hurt me. What you're doing there is you're stopping anything else from loving you as well, Sagittarius, okay? So when we build armor and protection around us, yes, it can protect us, but it stops anybody connecting with us as well. It stops kind of penetration. It stops, we kind of ostracize ourselves by doing this. And then we complain that we haven't got the connection, and we're in even more pain because of the protection that we're trying to protect ourselves with is actually hindering our process. So what this is saying here is take time to cry, okay? Take time to Write a letter, write down things within your life that you have experienced pain with, and say that you've already experienced them. So because you've already experienced them, don't be scared of delving in. You experienced it that time when it hit and it hurt. That was the most painful it was going to get. Anything after that now, it softens and it lessens. And if this is stuff that you've been keeping in for so long, the fear of facing it is actually worse than facing it itself. Okay, so this is like, allow your tears to fall, let them wash you, let them cleanse you, take down that projection as well that you have. That is your challenge. Okay, be open. Oh, whoa, they're flying all over these cards today. Be open, keep your heart open as well. Open your heart and you will open up a new life, Sagittarius. Okay, so I hope that makes sense to you. I'm gonna pull a spirit card and see what spirit have to say for you. God, I'm really, really warm. This room as well, I have no windows in it. I have a skylight above me, but I have no windows. And it's starting to get hotter on the island. And I'm like, oh no. Which deck did I go with? I went with, what are they even called? They're called the Legacy of the Divine Tarot. I don't often use them. I've had them for a few years, but I've never really used them. But I've just picked them up this week and I kind of like them. Kind of like them. Embrace yellow. I'm wearing yellow today. All right, okay, so spirit card for Sag, please. Oh, there you go. There you go. That one flew out. So there this says, dearest one, rest within the light of your soul. Feel my spirit alive within you, the spirit of the goddess of nature and earth and stars. Accept the love and light that we shower upon you. So this is it. The universe wants you to be happy. They want you to be in lightness. They want you to be lighthearted. And the only way you can be lighthearted is to take that armor off, and allow the light to penetrate it. This is when you are lighthearted. And this is when, we say children are lighthearted, because their heart isn't heavy. And this is why, because they're open and they're fully open, and they're going to fall off that wall, and they're going to hurt their leg, and they're going to cry with the pain. But the next day they're going to get back on that wall because it was fun. They're not going to think about how it hurt them. That's an adult thing that we do. Okay, so it's going back to being a child. So I hope that makes sense, Sagittarius. Right. Okay. So who comes after Sagittarius? Capricorn. Capricorn. Right, Capricorn, what do we have for Capricorn? Been crying non-stop. Let it flow. Let it flow, Angie. If the tears are there, let them come. You wash your eyes so you can see more clearly. Right, okay. Capricorn, what do you need to embrace and what do you need to